Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. Now we're going to do something different. I never really did this list last year. We did the best, we did the worst, we did the overrated, and I did my best pickups, right? This year we're going to do the most underrated, because it can't all just be negativity, right? So let's jump straight into it. At number 15, it is the Jordan 1 Women's Starfish. Now, the reason why this is underrated is because it's a women's colorway, right? So people don't necessarily want to look at them. And if you're a bigger size foot, you're not going to be able to get them. But, incredible colorway, crazy materials. You get those vintage hits like you would have lost and found, but you're able to get these. There's no hype around them. And I feel like it's going to be one of those pairs that years to come, you're going to be like, man, I could have got them, but I didn't. I still personally haven't copped them. I'm pretty sure you can still get them for retail, sneaker dunk, wherever, but it's coming close, man. I'm gonna have to get them. Number 14 is the Saucony Proto Albino, or Albino Proto. I always mess that up. And I can't see the box from here. I can see the shoes, but not the box, because it's out there. But for me, Saucony has been having such a great year. There's been plenty of shoes to where I'm looking at them and I feel like, yeah, look, you know, there's going to be ones that maybe I should cop, maybe I shouldn't cop, all this type of stuff. And this was just the perfect storm, whether a bit story based around it being with a company that's known for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I trained and competed in Jiu-Jitsu for many years, as well as other martial arts, so the paint splatter, me being a graffiti writer, everything about it just spoke to me, and I like the colorway. So for me, I think these are super underrated. You can get them right now, even amongst Saucony heads. There's not too many people that have been spruiking Saucony all year that I've seen with this pair, so get yourself a pair, super underrated. Another pair of Sauconys that's underrated is the Kinsugis. These are what, when I saw them in hand, the quality of materials and everything, I was like, alright, I've got to start paying attention to Saucony. We're getting real close to getting a pair, and obviously I got the pair I mentioned before. But this pair, I don't so much like the colour, so that's why I haven't got them, right? But it is what made me want to look at Saucony even more when I saw them in hand at Subtype. So definitely, if you want them, great looking pair, great quality, get onto it. Number 12 is the Stray Rats 580. Now, one colorway is not the best, one colorway is pretty great. You could almost say the same thing about the Palace 580s, or just the 580s in general. I didn't know too much about this silhouette up until this year, but, you know, whether it be the Palace, the Stray Rats, they're just super nice, super clean. And even the GRs that have come out in the last week or so, they're really nice. I think the only reason I haven't bought them is I haven't seen them and felt them in hand, because that usually gets me over the line. I could see something online and go, that's interesting, I'm really curious, but when you see them in hand, it's a completely different story. Either way, you know, whether you're going to get them or not, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a 580 in the collection very soon. Number 11 is the Jordan 2 Union collab. Now again, two colorways. I want to say the grey and blue is probably the better colorway, but I've heard other people go the other way. For me, I think both are super underrated. When the first images came out, I thought it was the greatest looking shoe I've ever seen. Probably a little bit inflated, but you know, it is what it is. There was a lot of talks around it being sneaker of the year, a lot of positive talks, but when a shoe comes out so early in the year, you kind of forget about it, right? Unless you do a week's worth of research like I did. But these you can still get on Sneaker Dunk for under retail depending on your size. I'm pretty sure they're not reselling anywhere else for too crazy. If you want them, go get them. I saw them in hand at Lawso's. I think they're incredible. I'm just playing catch up on way too many shoes, but I'll eventually get there. Hopefully they'll drop down even further, but you never know. Number 10 is the Chlorophyll Dunk Low. In a time where dunks were going super crazy, I feel like this is a super underrated colorway. for me, I love lime green, so I was always going to cop this, right? But I'm pretty sure you can still get these for retail, whether it be on Sneaker Dunk or even like Queen Street Mall reopened their Foot Locker and they've got them sitting. So every now and again I see them at Nike stores, whatever. So if you want them, you can get them. Obviously, being just a standard GR Dunk, quality isn't great, but it's a great colorway. Number 9 is the nasty Neckface SB Dark. Now, they're over there. I'm having issues with batteries and SD cards not working and re-recording, so I'm not going to run over and grab them. But look, from the promo video to everything, even the crate paper, like, it's just a complete work of art. We reviewed it. You can check it out there, where we go super in depth with it. But this pair, like, I want to say you can still get them for retail. They are sitting. I've seen them in stores sitting. I've had them for a long time. 1991 Skate Shop has got a few sizes in the smaller sizing. If you want these, you can get them. And even in the resale market, I don't think they're going too crazy. But the execution on this, absolutely killed it. Neckface knocked this out of the park. Promo, everything. Get onto it if you want a pair. Number 8 is the Forced NYC. Felt like I need to show this pair again. It's literally two completely different shoes. The quality on this is absolutely insane. Hyesa Real also won the SLS Super Crown wearing these, which is street skating competition. So look, they're getting their just due, but I still feel like they're a bit underrated. For me, I really want the hang tag that came with the special pairs. I would love the special box, but I'm happy to just be able to pick these up, man. They're not reselling for crazy prices. I'm pretty sure maybe even under retail. Get amongst it if you want them. Like, honestly, I feel like they're going to be one of those pairs we talk about 20 years down the line as being super important. So get onto it. Number 7 is the Shelf Life Jordan 2. Now, this collaboration was incredible. The build up, the promo, the apparel that went with it, everything was great until I got the pair of shoes in my hand and the quality control was absolute dog shit. Now, I don't know which order these videos I'm going to do. I honestly don't. I'm just making them. We're going to throw them out whenever and whatever sticks, right? But I do have another pair on the way. I remember when USG posted about the Detroit pair. I said, are you guys getting the Shelf Life ones? And they said yes. And then they messaged me when they came in. I even got them to check the pairs for quality control. So we'll have to see when they get here. Hopefully they're a lot better than the first pair. If you don't remember how bad they were, right there. But the shoe itself, crazy. There's no hype on these. I don't understand why. Even the Titan ones, I thought there'd be a lot more hype, but there's not. Get onto that pack, man. Like, crazy materials on these, and if we can get some good quality control, it's gonna be even better. Number 6 is the Jordan 2 Maison Chateau Rouge. Now, again, this is another pair that I've seen in hand at Lawso's place, haven't got around to getting, but from the box, the basket weaving influences, the African culture just infused in this shoe, and the quality of materials, it's just a perfect shoe. It's gonna be up there for best shoe for me. Like, it's gonna be close to the top. Is it the number 1? Probably not, but I feel like it's super underrated. I want to say they're going for either retail or just under retail on Sneaker Dunk. So get yourself a pair. I know I'm saying that and I ain't got a pair yet, but I'll get there. We'll get there. Got a bunch of shoes on the way. I may have even bought them. I can't remember. I've got so many pairs sitting in boxes that I haven't unboxed and everything, but we will get there. We will get there. Number 5 is... These are in arm's length. Number 5 is the Dew Yellow Air Max 1. Now, I got an 11.5, which should be a US 10. They're a little bit big, probably fit more like a 10.5. So I haven't worn them. I did try and swap them for... Almost lost it. I did try and swap them for my size. By the time I did, they'd run out. So I've still got them here, haven't worn them. But the quality of materials on this is nuts. Air Max 1's had a great year. I can't wait for next year when they're doing more of this type of stuff and less of, like, say, the Concepts Air Max 1 stuff, the Travis Scott Air Max 1 stuff. But, man, traditional sort of blocking, really nice summer type shoe. I'm gonna have to get these out real soon, but super underrated. Pretty sure you can get them for retail still. I know I seen it recently on certain places because I thought about hitting them up to see if they do a size swap. We'll see. Number 4 is the Nocta Drake Air Terra Hot Stepper, whatever the fuck it's called. It's not really a big up when I'm saying whatever the fuck it's called, but honestly, this is one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. Like, I actually haven't worn them, so I can't really say that, but I tried them on in store, and that's what sold them to me, because obviously I'm like, it's a collab, you know, there's a bit of hype, so it'll be interesting for content on here. But when I tried them on, I'm like, one, they were super small, so like that is my size, but it's big. The other one at 10, I needed 10.5, right? But so comfortable underfoot. Again, I'm going to need to get them out. I feel like they're more of a winter shoe, so maybe we hold on to them for a minute. But they've recently skyrocketed up to around about $500, but it seems like kind of low key, because like no one's really checking for them. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can get them for retail still, so yeah. But great silhouette. I feel like the white was the best colorway. The black with the yellow is terrible. The lavender is terrible. And whatever the other one, I think it was a grey, terrible. But the black or the white, great. I actually feel like, and I think I mentioned what I would do instead of that black and yellow, because I honestly think the black and yellow should not have happened. And what I would do to make a colorway within that, and maybe I'll fuck around with Photoshop and bring it to life, and you tell me. Because I did say that I could probably design 20 better sneakers than my worst sneakers list. Maybe we do that for a video, I don't know. But, hot stepper, get onto it. And I'm not even a Drake fan, bro. Like, I think I can probably name 4 songs. I like maybe 1. So, it's just a great shoe. Number 3, I don't even think it released over here. I only think it released in America, and maybe that's why it's underrated. But I don't think it's reselling for crazy, right? Is the Armanier Airship. Now, the Airship got re-released to absolutely no fanfare. Before they did that, they released this one with the blue. I think the quality materials were a little bit better than the standard, but the materials on the standard Airship were better than a Jordan 1, so even if they're around about that. But the blue, just, I don't know, they're a really nice shoe, and no one's talking about them at all in terms of like any other Armanier collab. You know, they're always in the conversation for sneaker of the year, but this one just never got any shine, nothing talked about, and it wasn't brown or anything like that, so it almost seems like it just didn't fit. But for me, I really liked them. I hope they would come over here. They haven't. They're only on resale, and I ain't paying that. So, but super underrated. Number 2. From the first moment I saw this image, I said I must have this shoe. Somehow this year Air Jordan 4s became hype. They never used to be. 3s and 4s, no one ever touched them. They'd sit, whatever. But it is the Infrared 4. Now, obviously it's a flip on the Glow Greens, which I have as well. These were talked about so heavy when they came out, but because they came out at the start of the year, I want to say like around like March maybe, people aren't checking for them. No one's mentioned them at all, but I feel like super underrated. In terms of like resale and everything, for a Jordan 4, obviously they're going nuts, but I feel like it's on the lower end of that. But they were not hard to get at all. I don't feel like, but I also feel like anytime I hit a raffle, it's not that hard, no matter what the shoe is. So, but yeah, that's my number 2 for underrated shoes for 2022. Drum roll, please. The number 1 most underrated shoe for 2022 is the Nike Dunk Argon. It's an original co.jp colorway, and like even when I would go into stores, they didn't know about that. Like that's the main selling point here, is like back in the day, co.jp, so Japan would have these exclusive colorways that no one else had. When the Brazils got brought back, when the Barcelonas got brought back, and all other colorways, there was hype around it. This is a much better looking shoe, no hype. Better materials than say like the chlorophylls or any standard type of Dunk, no hype. I want to say that was sitting in stores like 2 weeks after they released, no hype. Resale, no hype. I can get them on Sneaker Dunk right now for under retail. Retail was $180 on these. I want to say $163 is what I can pay, right? And that's with an $50 delivery authentication fee on Sneaker Dunk and everything like that. So it makes absolutely no sense to me, because these are an absolutely beautiful shoe, and in a year or a couple of years where Dunks have just absolutely dominated everything, no one seems to care about this shoe, and it's got me baffled. It honestly does. The history of the colorway, everything like that. Maybe the story wasn't told properly, but I mean, there was even apparel that went along with it. The apparel was nice. I don't know, man. For me, that is the most underrated shoe of 2022. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What did I miss? Did I, oversell certain things? Whatever. Is there something that was more underrated than these? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back. Peace.